Hello, welcome to a new unboxing and a quick analysis of a new giant model from WLtoys, the Assassin or Gallop V383. So I will immediately raise some cautions. It's not a toy, it can be a very dangerous quadcopter, so it's not for beginners, be aware. You need a nominal level skill in pilots, etc. and knowledge to have such kind of model. It's the first collective pitch model from WLtoys. In fact, this model is nothing else than the clone of the Stingray 500. Okay, so you have to know that all the intelligence have been developed by Stingray. They just copy most of the stuff. Okay, so what we will find in this box, you will find this quadcopter. So, as I said previously, it's dangerous and collective pitch. What is a collective pitch? In collective pitch, you don't have on each arm and motors. You have just one unique motor located behind, I will show, and the K is each, on extremity of each arm, you will find a prop system with a collective, with a possible to have a pitch of the blade. And thanks to this system, you will be able to apply a positive or negative pitch on each arm. It means that if you apply 4 positive pitch, the quadcopter will go up vertically. And if you apply maybe some negative on this one, and positive on this one, the quadcopter will go like this, and so on. Okay, so I will enter into details in a few moments into this quadcopter. What also you will find this battery. It's a 4S model, so big power, more than 14.8 volt, ending with the XT60 connectors. It's a 2200 milliamps per hours capacity and up to 50 C of discharge rate. So it's a very powerful model. You will find the classic WLtoys Deluxe chassis of transmitter. So it's a large model, easy to grab, and as you already may know, this model can be turned into the 4 different modes, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, mode 4, by this central switch. Okay, if you're pushing down, you can enter into mode 1 or mode 3. If you're pushing up, you can enter into mode 2 or mode 4. Okay, after you have to tune between one of the two selected modes by pressing this button. What also you will find a large LCD display. Well, it comes with an helicopter because this model has been developed for most of the WLtoys helicopters. It didn't change the logo for this quadcopter. So basically, on the top left shoulder button, you will find the 3D mode. Okay, so as you already see, you have an inverted helicopter. It means that you are able to do some 3D pirouettes, 3D flights, thanks to this switch. The right shoulder button is to cut or not the throttle. So it's very important. As soon as you will crash or you will land, or in safety case, you have to turn on this throttle up to cut the possibility to actionate by accident the throttle. So it's a safety switch. It's very important to know, to control it. You have also another button to turn and off, I guess, the gyros of the flying controlling board. It's so-called 3G or 6G. By default, you are in 6G. I mean that both accelerometers and gyroscope are working. As soon as you are pressing on it, you have you cut probably the gyros, so you don't have so much auto leveling of the quadcopter, and the rates are probably also more pronounced. And you have the LEDs of the transmitter blinks, okay, by a fast blinking of the red LEDs of the transmitter. Okay, and finally you have the 2 rates. Lower rates and high rates will in fact increase the pitch of the servo, associated servo. Okay, so what also you will find a power adapter delivering 12 volt up to 2 amperes, and this balancer charger working on the balancer plug. Since we have a 4S battery, you have to use this one It takes at least 2 hours to charge your battery, between 2 and 3 hours. I'm personally use another professional charger, but it's already not bad model. You have a small LCD display with it. Finally, you have the instruction manual, printed in colors, at least is good news, where you will find the basic flight instruction, okay, how to use it. So if you are not really professional flyers, but you have a nominal one because it's not for beginners, you can start to fly in 6G, and in 6G is very, very stable, so it's a good news. You will find a description of the radio. One point I forgot to mention is written here. You have a simulation slot, and I found is not the case. I didn't find the trainer port. Maybe behind this plastic cover. I should check. But it would be great if this model had a trainer port to fly and to train yourself with the CP helicopter to fly in 3D mode. So, but there is, it can be have a good news later. I will explain later. So you will find on this instruction manual how to calibrate the gyros, etc., how to block, how to bind your transmitter, and you find the split diagram of your quadcopter as well as the list of the spare parts. Okay, it's relatively good, but okay. And now I will enter into the detail of this quadcopter. It's heavy. Out of the box, this one scale I will show is scale close to 1 kilos without the lipo, so it's very heavy. I will use this box. Sorry. You can see close to 95 grams, so close to 1 kilo, let's say. And the battery itself, standalone scale, I will say 260 grams. Okay, so it's also heavy, close to 1 kilo dot 2, close to 1 kilo dot 3 when everything is installed. So to open your quadcopter, you have to first to remove the O-rings, the front O-rings front, and scratch the 2 scratches, and also to remove the 2 O-rings located behind. And you can remove this plastic cover with, well, it's a nice racer model. You have the Gallop words on it. Okay, so this is the V383 Gallop. And here you will find the main structure of your quadcopter. So, except the bars, the front one, the frontal one, and the rear bar, all the elements are in plastic. Okay, it means that all the tube locker here, okay, the boxing the bars, the plate here, and especially the motor mount here are in a plastic. Okay, so even the central wheel are in the plastic. Okay, so how it's working? Since there are only one unique motor located behind, it's a 2218 type, spinning at 3000 kV. Okay, and and this one on the shaft of it, you have a system, a fiber tooth belt. Okay, spinning the main wheel here. Okay, this one, on this main wheel, you have a shaft crossing all the quadcopter in the length and ending here. Okay, so this motor indirectly makes spinning inside the aluminum black tube. You have an internal shaft with ball bearings on each extremity, and this shaft is spinning very fast. So this central shaft, thanks to these 2 lateral fiber tooth belt, let me spin the 2 rear props, okay, blade system, and thanks also to these 2 front fiber tooth belt, let's spin the 2 front blade system. Okay, so on each arm, if you don't have motors, you have at least some servo. Okay, some 4 independent servo, front, left, front, right, and rear right, rear left. Each of them are connected to the flying controlling board. Okay, they are with the brown, red, and yellow cable. So from channel 1 to channel 4, you have the servo plug associated to each servo, controlling the pitch. Okay, the servo here, when they are spinning, you can see are directly playing on the pitch of the props. You can apply, for example, here negative pitch. Okay, sorry, here it's negative pitch and here it's positive pitch. Okay, so each arm can have independently positive or negative pitch, as I said previously. The fifth channel of the flying controlling board is the main ESC of the motors. Okay, so this cable is delivering the 5 volt of the flying controlling board and the receiver. One point about the receiver is directly soldered on the flying control board. It means that you cannot install any external receiver. So if you wanted to have an extended range, unfortunately you cannot, except maybe to unsolder this RF daughter board is not really ideal. So it's for me it's a drawback. Okay, the ESC have rated 50 ampere, so it's not bad. It's I think can handle a lot of amount of current and high peak. So the flying duration time in 3D mode is announced to be 5 minutes, but if you are flying smoothly in 6G mode, you can have something like 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay. Another point. I will now enter and show how it's working the servo. So since it's very, very dangerous quadcopter, and I won't apply any throttle indoors. What I will do is to unplug the power cable here, okay, to be sure that the motor won't be on, okay. And what I will do, I will take this external ESC, okay. This one is delivering 5 volt, so I would be able to connect to power the flying controlling board. Okay, so be sure that the signal is in front and the ground rear. Okay, now I will be able to fire only the servos and the flying controlling board, and I will make a test of the pitch angle. So, okay, so I will turn, and if I turn you can see it's powering, it's firing the flying controlling board, the servo moved, it's okay. Now if I can bite, you have now a solid LEDs with the blue one, and as you can see, is working, okay? So no problem, no accident like this. So basically, if you can see the pitch like this, in a low mode, you can see, okay, more on this one. Here I'm applying negative pitch, and on more on this when I try to apply the left is more on the left where is applying positive pitch. Okay, so if I want to move forward, what I will do, I will apply both front negative pitch and more positive pitch on the rear. Okay, so I can apply like this. So more negative pitch on the front to move forward, okay, and if I want to move backward, I will more apply negative pitch on the back. Okay, so if you want to see the difference between the high mode and the high rate, I will apply like this, and you will see that the rate will be increased by pressing the, oh, I was already in H position. Okay, so if I'm applying low mode, you will see that the deviation is lower. So I am in lower. Now you can see low, high, low, high. There is a tiny variation of pitch, but it's enough to increase a lot the speed or the deviation of the quadcopter. Okay, so it's how it's working. So you have one unique motors. Okay, so I will now to conclude this first unboxing and quick analysis, I will turn off the radio. Okay, sorry, it was this one. Oh, one word about the radio. The protocol is supported by Deviation TX. It's the same than the 3D helicopter from WLtoys. Is so-called KN protocol, so it's working. You can use your DevOps controller. This one have to be modded with an RF2401 RF chip. I did a series of videos for it. If you want to know how to do it, check my YouTube channel. So the good news, you can fly with another professional transmitter. If you need to extend range, it's possible to add a booster eventually on it. Well, so I will conclude this small unboxing and quick analysis. I will reinstall the ESC servo plug on channel 5. There is a 6th channel. I don't know what it's used for, but there is a 6th one, spare one, I don't know. So I will conclude. It's a huge model, 500 millimeters model, so it's not for beginners. If you never flew a 3D helicopter, if you're a beginner, don't go for this model. It's dangerous, or in the best case, you will crash it and it will be wrecked within 1 minute. Be sure of it. And you have to know that you don't have any protection on the extremity of each arm. It means that if your quadcopter is falling like this part, especially the last part, are in plastic, will break. Okay, all the gear, the wheel are in plastic there. Even if you have the shaft are in metal, all this material here are in plastic. Okay, so it will break. So you have to know that it's not for beginners. It's supporting the KN protocol. So it's a good news because you can fly your quadcopter with your DevOps controller. It's come with a huge and powerful batteries, offering up to 5 minutes of 3D acrobatic flight, or 8 minutes in more calm and smoother flight configuration. Well, what I like is how stable in 6G this quadcopter is. It's amazing. It seems you don't have the feeling that you're flying a collective pitch quadcopter. It's just like a normal one, so it's pretty good. The algorithm, stabilization algorithm, are working pretty well. Okay, but for the 3D mode, it's a different story. Well, I regret some points. First, why? Well, maybe it's present, but why there is no trainer port? It would be great to train yourself with the software to learn how to fly in 3D mode. Okay, maybe you can do it with your DevOps controller for sure. Another point, I will say that most of the elements, well, extremity elements are in the plastic. It means that if you're crashing this quadcopter, it will be probably grounded. Okay, so actually I didn't see yet the spare parts, but I think they will come very fast now. So you need to be a really good pilot to have such kind of model, okay? Because you will be really frustrated. If not, because you will crash it and break it within 1 minute for sure. So what I would like to see in this quadcopter, it would have been an independent receiver to use your own receiver box. And finally, 500 millimeter size is maybe too big. I would like to see a shrink version of this one. It would be great. Maybe why not a 200 millimeters? Okay, instead of 500 millimeters. Okay, I say milliwatt, sorry. So a 200, even less, 150 should be great with tiny 1104 motors would be great. So concerning this model, I said you will see on my orders video, it's a great flyer. Not amazing fast in full forward, but it's not for this. It's to make some loops, TikTok and so on, a lot of different figure. I'm not a great pilot, but I will try to show at least some small one. I will, but this video is dedicated to focus on the good and weak point of this quadcopter. So another one, I don't know, I don't understand really well the price, because you have one unique motors, one unique ESC, okay, basic daughter board with basic element, simple and RF24 RF chip, and the protocol is already developed in different helicopter, and it's sold close to more than 300 euros, something like this. Wow, For me, it's a little bit expensive, if I am honest. Well, so even if you don't find some carbon elements, so the price is not justified. In fact, you are paying more the new stabilization algorithm in this total price, in my point of view. Okay, so I guess the price will decrease versus time for sure. You need definitively some spare elements available. Okay, but it's good quadcopter when you have a nominal level skill for sure. It's very nice, pleasant, it's powerful, it's dangerous, be sure. What I regret also, finally I forgot to mention, they didn't provide any spare props. Well, so, well, you will say that if you have a crash with it, you will not only break the props but something else, so it's a detail, but it would have been great to have at least some spare props. Okay, I will end this unboxing and quick analysis. I already produced some outdoors video, but I will produce more. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please submit. If you have any question, type below. If you like my channel, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.